What is up everybody, AJ here, back again in another video. So I'll be checking out Keeping Up with Star Rail, Fugue, Big Tails, no elaborations needed. Now the reason why I wanted to check out this video is simply because next week is when Fugue, or should I say Tingyin, will drop. Will be playable characters starting from next week. So I need to check this one out because I am planning to pull for her next week. So hopefully this video will give a better understanding of how Tingyin's gameplay works. So without further ado, let's check out Fugue, or should I say Tingyin's Keeping Up with Star Rail video by Honkai Star Rail's official YouTube channel.
How does it feel to be one step behind your own life? Vantilia robbed her of a precious part of her life in a sudden and overwhelming instance. Robbed her of her name, identity, and even memories. She became an outsider to this world and her own life. In the long days away from our sight, she agonized, struggled, wandered, dithered, wearied, dreamed, and despaired. But in those days, she also fought, charged, and made her choice. At the end, she resurrected. Today, let us get to know her once more. It's a pleasure to meet you for the first time, Fugue. I believe our
and of course,
Yuko
Yuko will be the one doing the guest.
We have invited someone who is very close to Tingyun, Madame Yukong, to walk us through how Tingyun has changed after her resurrection. As Tingyun's old boss and her dear friend, how do you feel about her return from the other side?
I am delighted to know that Tingyun is alive, but thinking of her suffering and her determination to be involved in this situation fills me with pain and sadness.
I heard that her body had to be reconstructed, and her conscience almost disappeared many times. Must have been tough to get her where she is now.
The Alliance's mission is important, of course, but I do wish my loved ones could live out their lives in peace and not have to take some great and tragic vows.
So, after being tricked and brushing against death, has anything changed about Tingyun's personality?
Well, it's not too late to see for yourself if you happen to meet her later.
Looks like I'm overthinking things. Then let's take a look at the resurrected Fugue. Fugue is a fire character following the path of Nihilin. Seeing her again after such a long separation, she feels both alien and familiar.
Damn,
when she uses her basic attack, Fugue deals fire damage to one designated enemy. When using her skill, Fugue grants Foxian Prayer to one designated ally and enters the torrid scorch state.
Okay, hold on. Foxian Prayer will only take effect on the most recent target of Fugue's skill. Okay, I'm sorry for pausing.
These states last for a number of turns, decreasing by one whenever Fugue's turns start.
Oh, okay. I see it. At the bottom left of the screen, right? So it's basically a similar concept as how Ranmei's buff works.
The teammate with Foxian Prayer has their break effect increased and can ignore enemy weakness type to reduce toughness by a certain percentage.
So are you saying that she's a good replacement for Ranmei? Or I can just replace Tingyun with Michael Jackson?
While in the torrid scorch state, Fugue's basic attack is enhanced. After the Foxian Prayer teammate attacks, Fugue has a chance to decrease the attacked enemy's defense by a certain percentage for some turns. Using her enhanced basic attack, Fugue deals fire damage to one designated enemy and its adjacent targets.
Okay.
Tingyun's tail sure looks powerful! If she grew 100 of them, could she bring home victory every time?
We have trouble with just one tail.
While Fugue is on the field, enemy targets are afflicted by the Cloud Flame Luster state, equal to a certain percentage of the enemy's max toughness. When the enemy's initial toughness is reduced to 0, Cloud Flame Luster can continue to be reduced. When it is reduced to 0, weakness break damage is triggered again. Then...
Wait. Are you saying that while Tingyun is on the field, she can target weakness broken twice? Huh. Super Break Team is going to be much more ridiculous from here on out.
When allies attack weakness-broken enemy targets, the toughness reduction from the attack will be converted to 1 instance of super break damage.
Okay.
After Fugue unlocks a certain traits, allies will additionally delay enemy action when they break enemy weaknesses. After
Damn.
unlocking another trace, Fugue will increase all allies' break effect whenever enemy weaknesses are broken, lasting a certain number of turns. This effect is stackable up to a certain limit.
So, yeah. Clearly, Tingyin is compatible with either Firefly, because Firefly is basically, her entire kit is basically Super Break, along with Rappa. Because from what I understand, Rappa's kit is also basically Super Break Team as well. So, you can pair Tingyin with either with Firefly or with Rappa. But the question is it possible for me to like, okay, because my in my what my brain is thinking right now is it possible for me to like put like Firefly, Tingyin, Ruanmei, and Lingsha? Because eventually Michael Jackson, aka the Harmony Trailblazer, is gonna be switched to the Path of the Remembrance, and the Path of Remembrance will be getting its own team or some kind, which is why another character that has the capability to support the Super Big Team is required. And from the way I see it, Tingyin fits that role. So hopefully that Tingyin can fill up the role, while Trailblazer has switched to the Path of Remembrance.
Children of the Rainbow Arbiter don't stop to rest. They draw their bows for the peaceful rest of others.
When using her ultimate, Fugue sends enemies into a fantasia of 9-tailed flames, which pour forth to deal fire damage to all enemies.
Oh, it's
and
all
reduce
enemies.
All enemies' toughness, regardless of weakness type.
Nice.
Greetings, hostile species. In today's survival guide, we bring you the hottest, most important survival tip right now. Don't provoke the tail.
And
Lol.
don't annoy Tingyun.
When Fugue uses her technique during exploration, she will inflict daze on enemies in a set area for a period of time.
Her technique is literally she stuns enemies. Wow.
Dazed enemies will not actively attack. After entering battle via attacking dazed enemies, Fugue's action advances with a chance to inflict the same defense reduction state as that of her skill on all enemies, lasting for a number of turns.
Next time she embarks on a long journey, I hope to have the chance to protect her.
So, Fugue's core mechanic is increasing allies' break effect using her skill and allows teammates to reduce weakness regardless of types.
So basically, if you put Tingyin, or should I say Fugue, in this video, basically you just use Fugue's skill on the main. For example, if you have Firefly in your team, you just cast Fugue's skill on Firefly for every 3 turns.
Then, use Cloud Flame Luster to increase the number of times allies can break enemy toughness, thus triggering more break damage. Seems like some of our monster friends haven't gotten around to watching this episode of Survival Guide yet. Tingyun uses her skill to grant Fox and Prayer to Sushang, then uses her ultimate to easily dispose of the 2 monsters. Sushang then uses her skill to gravely wound the Hound. Thanks to the buff from Tingyun's skill,
I'm kind of curious, why they use Sushang as an example though?
Since enemies in the Cloud Flame Luster state can be broken again and has super break damage triggered, Sushang immediately uses her ultimate, breaking the Hound's Cloud Flame Luster and triggering both break damage and super break damage. The Hound has no...
Hold on. Here's my question. So once the enemy has entered into break state, because if Fugue is in the field, is it possible to trigger break twice? Or you can only trigger super break once? I mean, I get it, you can it's possible to trigger break twice, but what about super break damage? That's the thing I'm kinda confused. So excuse me while I rewind.
Breaks the hound's toughness. Sends enemies in the cloud plane looking skills. And Fox and Prayer.
My apologies for rewinding, because I need like I said, I want to have a better understanding of how Jingyin's kit works.
Sushan then uses her ultimate to easily dispose of the two monsters. Sushan then uses her skill to gravely wound the hound. Thanks to the buff from Tingyun's skill, Sushan's skill easily breaks the hound.
Yeah, as you can see, right, the toughness bar has already depleted to 0, but then it automatically recovers itself again. Toughness. Since enemies in the Cloud Flame Luster state can be broken again and has super break damage triggered. So here's my question. In that case, right, does that mean super break damage is triggered twice? As in,
dispose of the two monsters. Sushan then uses her skill to gravely wound the hound, thanks to the buff from Tingyun.
Okay, over here, a break damage has been triggered. So does this mean that a super break damage is triggered over here as well?
Sushan's skill easily breaks the hound's toughness.
Because I know the moment Sushan activates her ultimate, right, a break damage and a super break damage will be triggered over here.
In the Cloud Flame Luster state can be broken again and has super break damage triggered. Sushan immediately uses her ultimate, breaking the hound's Cloud Flame Luster and triggering both break damage and super break damage. The hound has no way to fight back under such repeated assaults. This battle is over.
So during the second break damage, it will definitely trigger super break damage as well. But they didn't explain what about the first one though, which is kind of unfortunate.
That is a wrap. Woo. This is truly the fastest combat showcase this show has ever seen. Now that she's back, Tingyun is truly terrifying.
Sometimes in the dead of night, I flip through old photos of her. Then I look at how she is now and feel both proud and worried.
You truly are a leader, Madam Yukong. You provide a lot of emotional value here. Now that she's about to embark on another long journey, do you have anything to say to her?
Move forward. Don't look back.
Do you mean that our choices are not worth us before unpredictable destiny? That how I want to live is decided by the me who is right here, right now, and not by any version of the me beforehand?
Mr. Albert, you sound like you have what it takes to be a leader as well.
Okay. I think I have a better understanding. Wait, what? Don't look back. Let the past sorrow and hatred disappear with bygone losses. Move forward and create a new future with your new name.
Benefactor, let me lend you a hand.
Didn't expect that ending, that's for sure. Okay, at the very least, right, this video has given me a better understanding of how Jingyun works, where she kind of has the similar role as Ruan Mei from the way I see it, where she practically buffs the main person that is doing the super break damage. It could be either Firefly or Rappa. But my question is that once a break damage has been dealt to an enemy for the first time when Jingyun is on field, does he trigger a super break damage during the first breaks when the enemy enters the break state for the very first time? Leave a comment down below, because I'm genuinely curious I'm still kind of confused on that aspect, but still, I think the only way for me to figure out whether the enemy will be triggered the super break damage twice. The only way for me to find out is I'll pull for Tingyun next week, and then put her in my Firefly super break damage team comp, and from there now I will do a test run, and hopefully I'll get some assets from that. Anyway, I think that's pretty much it for me. Thank you guys for watching. If you guys enjoyed my this video, I do appreciate a thumbs up on this video, and leave a comment down below. What are your thoughts on Tingyun / Fugue's gameplay? Will you guys be pulling for her, or are you guys saving up for future characters from Amphobius? I believe that's where the new location that will be going starting from 3.0. Leave a comment down below. Also, if you guys want more stuff like this, feel free to hit the subscribe button right down at the description below. Anyway, my name is AJ. Hope you all have a good one, and I will see you all in the next video.